Let me start with a question today. How does a country fall apart so fast that millions run for their lives, entire city burns, and the world barely notices it? Right now, Sudan is living through the largest humanitarian crisis on the planet. Thousands dead, millions displaced, and satellite images show the entire neighborhood turned into mass graves. And yet, most people doesn't even know what is happening inside Sudan. So today, let's break it down in the simplest way possible. Hi, this is Navyabal and you're watching Times XP. So what is happening? Who is fighting? And what is the real reason behind this massive destruction? Let's begin. Sudan is a large country in the northeastern Africa with around 50 million people. Most are Muslim, but they belong to different ethnic groups. For decades, Sudan has been ruled by military dictators. The longest was Omar al-Bashir, who ruled for 30 long years. Under him, Sudan saw corruption, economic collapse, and brutal civil wars. You may have also heard about the Darfur. That was under his rule. In 2019, people finally rose up against al-Bashir, but instead of democracy, something very different happened. Two military generals took control over Sudan. General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, who was head of the Sudanese army, and General Mohammed Hamad Dagalo, leader of powerful militia called RSF. At first, these two men worked together, but soon jealousy and competition grew up. Both wanted control, both wanted power, and both wanted Sudan's biggest treasure, gold. Sudan is one of Africa's largest gold producer, but most of its gold is trafficked illegally, giving huge money to whoever controls the mine. RSF gained strength from this gold, but the army wanted to control over it. The government wanted to merge RSF into the army, but RSF refused. And here the disagreement exploded. On April 15, 2023, a full-scale war broke out between the Sudanese army and also the RSF. The army had jets, heavy weapons. RSF had speed, money, and thousands of fighters. Very quickly, RSF captured large part of capital Khartoum. They stormed homes, burnt buildings, and took over the streets. People ran without food and water. Hospitals were shut down, and the city collapsed. By 2025, the fighting spread everywhere. The army regained some areas, but RSF took control of most of the western Sudan. The country is now in the split of two zones, western controlled by RSF and north and east controlled by the army. And this is where it gets even darker. In the West Sudan, especially cities like Al-Fashar and Al-Janina, something horrifying is happening. Indigenous African tribes like Masalid, Fur, and Zagwaha are being hunted, attacked, and forced to flee. Human Rights Watch the United Nations to say, as it looks like the ethnic cleansing. Some call it the genocide. Well, the satellite images from October 2025 even showed fields covered with bodies. The ground was so stained with the blood that it looked like a red space. This shocked the world, but the violence continued. So why is this happening? Because RSF's route to go back to old militia known as the Janjaweed, they were used by the government in early 2000s to crush the rebellions under Darfur. Those attacks killed around 3 lakh people, and the same cycle is now repeating. So, where does this leave Sudan today? More than 1.5 lakh people have been killed, almost 10 million replaced, children starving, families hiding in deserts and forests, and 2 generals are still fighting over power and gold. Well, the real tragedy is this: Sudan's war is not about religion, it's not about ideology. It is the fight between 2 men who want control over a country and its resources. And the people of Sudan are paying the price. So, here's my question for you. Why is the world so silent about Sudan? Is it about the country that has no oil? Or it is about victims that don't come from a powerful nation? Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you found this explainer helpful, make sure to like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.